Hello and good morning. Delighted to be here today and to present on behalf of the Watches and Wearables division. So in 2024, we are celebrating the iconic milestone of 40 years of the incorporation of Titan Company. And watches is where it all started. So on this 40th milestone year, we have a very exciting plan for Watches and Wearables division. I'll start first with the net sales value trend over the last many years. If you see in this chart from FY15 to FY20, it took us that many years to grow from about 1,800 crores to 2,085 crores of net sales value, CAGR of 3%. This was also important because at that point, we really believed that the watch market, analog watch market, we have a very high market share and the headroom for growth is low. Interestingly, it was when COVID hit in FY20, FY21, and to an extent FY22, when the dip happened, it actually gave us time to reflect and to size the market and to see it with an entirely new lens. And that, which I will present to you now, led us to really evaluate what are the opportunities, what is our current market share, and where can we envisage huge growth areas. And this has led us to moving from 2,187 crores NSV in FY22 to last year's 3,740 crores, which translates to the consumer price, which is what internally we look at, of more than 5,800 crores of revenue. So this was, the last 2 years was a CAGR of 31%, and last year was a 19% growth. And this was particularly interesting and impressive in a year when overall a lot of consumer and especially discretionary and lifestyle categories faced a lot of headwinds. So like I said, it was in the depth, times of lows, which was 21-22, when we crafted the 10,000 crore, and this is the net UCP, not the NSV, what I said, revenue ambition. I had shared it as a big goal, a big dream, like a North Star for our division. The last time we had met in the investor meet, 2 years back. And then we started building the strategy, which I will take you through. In 23-24, we realized that strategy also needs the adequate structure for it to be fully executed and implemented. And this year, we are in the very good position where the strategy is clear, the structure is in place, and now we are going towards execution and synergy. So the DNA of the Watches and Wearables division is about opportunity spotting, and the big opportunities are premium, women, Gen Z. It's not like these have not been there, but the real explosion of opportunity has led us to get significant more revenue and market share. The other big DNA is on innovation, and I will take you through how product innovation, channel innovation, and the manufacturing backbone, ISCM is integrated supply chain and manufacturing, is at an unbelievable level of constantly improving and innovating. And the last one is value extraction, which is how do we get more out of the same, and to really unleash operating leverage. So these are the three big opportunity segments. Premium, I think more has been spoken about premiumization. I don't really need to talk about it, but in terms of watches as a category, we are seeing clear premiumization, and this is going to continue for the next many years. Women consumers in India have been very kind to us. We've built a lot of equity, and now it is time to actually serve them in completely new ways, and you will see this in my presentation, both in in all of the segments that I cover, that we are focusing on women, Indian women consumers in a big way. And the last one is Gen Z, which is the youth. Gen Z is a very interesting cohort. They were actually born and raised in a digital age, and consequently the way they think, the way they behave is fundamentally different, and they like to shop online, of course. The beautiful thing is that they are very open to experimentation, and they are constantly exploring and embracing new brands. So this is really the context of the Indian consumers landscape, which have kind of informed all of our strategy decisions going ahead. So as I said earlier, it was last financial year, 23-24, when we reorganized. So structurally now we have got 3 different business verticals: mainline analog, which is really all watches below 25,000 consumer price, premium analog, and smart. And now there are distinct teams with operating heads who are responsible for all of the initiatives under these 3. I will start with mainline analog. In fact, this particular chart shows the structure and the size of the analog watch market. As I mentioned earlier, we have traditionally operated in the 1 to 5K and the 5,000 to 25,000 watch price point. And in these two, as you can see, we actually have almost a 50%, if not more, market share. But what has happened in the last few years is that the less than 1,000, which is a very affordable fashion kind of segment, it's a huge pie in terms of volume, almost 46 million. Not very high, obviously, in terms of value, but there we have a lower market share. We did not have any kind of playbook that can play there profitably. And I think most interestingly, above 25,000, these are estimates, we really don't know, but we know that this has grown very rapidly post-COVID. In the last 3 or 4 years, it's grown at a very high growth rates. And there also we have a very small market share. So obviously our strategy is to strengthen where we are already strong and gain more and more market share, as well as make inroads in the other 2 segments, the mass fashion as well as in premium, where there seems to be a lot of headroom. I will move into mainline analog. Like I said, these are all the watches, analog watches below 25,000. There are 3 key levers here that have been working and that we continue to work. The first is premiumization. As I mentioned earlier, there is a lot of product innovation that has powered this premiumization game for us in the last 2 or 3 years. This is an example of a watch, Titan Meteorite from the Stellar series. This was priced at 1,20,000. We made 300 pieces and we have sold out. And this is a really impressive achievement for a brand like Titan, which is seen as very trusted but mid-range, to be able to get consumers who queue up to buy this. There is a lot packed into this watch, and this is an important thing, that it's not just that the kind of watch we make at 15, 20, 30,000 and the kind of watch we make at 1,20,000, there is a dial crafted from a 120,000-year-old meteorite, and of course it has a bespoke automatic caliber. When I'm talking about the movements, it's a lot of in-house R&D that has powered this. The amount of focus on horology and especially on material and movement is the foundation in which this product innovation is being built. Some more examples. This is a ceramic fusion watch where there is a play of ceramic and metal and also a very impressive movement. These are some more watches from the Titan Stellar collection, which was launched last Diwali. There is the watch on the right, which is an aventurine dial, which has got a very shimmering kind of look, which goes very well with this astronomy-themed collection, and also Titan's in-house automatic caliber. Premiumization is not just being seen in Titan, is also quite evident in a youth brand like Fast Track. Last year, we launched Fast Track Automatics at 10,000. We had never actually launched anything about 5,000 or 6,000 in Fast Track before that, and we were surprised at the kind of response it had. Of course, it has a unique Fast Track look with a very unique brown plating. Again, our own in-house movement. Premiumization is also being played out through our portfolio of international brands. We have brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Kenneth Cole. Last year, we launched this brand called Cerruti 1881. It's French, though it sounds Italian. And it's at a very good price point of about 28 to 40,000 rupees, has done exceptionally well and is now scaling up very rapidly. So other than the house brands, international brands is playing a very big role in the premiumization journey. Premiumization is also being played out in the channels. As many of you would know, we sell through multiple channels. We have our exclusive brand outlets, Titan World, which has about 630 odd stores right now. Fast Track stores, which has where we have about 225 stores, and Helios, which is currently about 240 stores. Other than that, we are present in large format departmental stores like Shoppers Stop, Lifestyle, Reliance Trends, etc. We are also present in around 8,000 multi-brand outlets. About 1,000 of them are actually also selling premium products. So these are the many places where we are selling our premium products. And the focus is now on experience and storytelling, because as you saw, the products are very much there. The Titan World chain has literally transformed itself. Pre-COVID, it used to be called World of Titan. And the name change is not a mere name change. We have done significant renovation. It's a completely new, modern, international, and I would say overall the look is very, very different. We have, out of the total number of stores, 70% have already been renovated, and of course, all new stores are coming up in the new look. There is a big service to retail focus. After-sales service is seriously a secret sauce for us. We have 2.5 million service consumers who walk into these stores for their after-sales service, and that is a huge, customer acquisition tool. And the last one is lead generation. Very interesting that we have on our websites and our apps, last year we had 80 million people who visited. That is an amazing number for a standalone, like a brand website stroke app. And these 80 million, only a fraction actually, complete the transaction online, but this is a very powerful source, again, of customer lead generations, and many of these are going into our EBOs, into Titan World. Next, I move into Helios, which has been a sensational success story in the last 3 to 4 years. It's India's largest multi-brand premium watch chain right now. Like I said, about 240 stores. We have a lot of Swiss brands, and they're doing very well, again indicative of the overall premiumization trend. The combination of Helios and Titan World under one roof, what we internally call destination store, and we have about 150 plus such stores in the country, are really powering the growth of the category. I think it gives the unique in one place under one roof to have the best of international brands under Helios, including Swiss, and the best of Titan in the Titan world, in the adjacent Titan world. The next big lever is Raga. Raga is a beloved brand of Indian women, has come a long way. Last year, we crossed a landmark of 5,000 crores, but that's again UCP, will roughly translate to about 370 crores of NSV. One of the biggest and most exciting and loved women's brands in India. Please have a look. So Raga is going from strength to strength, and we hope to double the turnover in the next 2 to 3 years. Next, I move to mass fashion. We have brands like Fast Track and Sonata. Last year, we faced a lot of headwinds in these two brands, and somewhere around the middle of the year, we launched two sub-brands, Vibe by Fast Track, which is only for young women, and Pose by Sonata, which is for both men and women. And these watches, these two brands, sub-brands have done exceptionally well, mainly in the multi-brand outlets as well as in marketplace e-com. They offer exceptional fashion at very affordable prices. At the same time, we are also looking at reinventing Sonata, which has been the affordable brand, but now we find that the consumer truth is that people want fashion more than a very robust quality. Of course, quality is important, but in the general wave, the whole proposition of Sonata as well as Fast Track is becoming more fashion forward. These two brands sell mainly through the two channels of MBRs, which is multi-brand outlets, as well as marketplace e-com. Just a couple of points. Our MBRs are decades old mom and pop watch stores and have actually faced the brunt of multiple waves of headwinds. One is a general move towards online. The second is with the kind of huge uplift that of look and feel and customer experience that our EBOs are going through, the MBOs were tending to look a little dated. And so what we have done is we've undertaken a program called MBR Transformation, and out of the 8,000 or the top 970 stores, we are working with the stores to improve their look and feel, A, B, become much more digital and customer savvy, and also help them move up to higher price points than what they are currently doing. Marketplace e-commerce has been a very big lever of growth in the last 2 years. As you all know, post-COVID, there has been an overall adoption of e-commerce, and especially in fashion categories like watches. In the lower price points, it is really a very big playground. Very happy to share that we are right now at about just under 30% market share in the marketplace platforms, and we are aiming for 40% share in these platforms again in the next 2 to 3 years. Next, I move to premium. Premium watches has been something that we have always looked from afar, but now we are in and we are doing well, and this is how we are planning to play. We have a brand play as well as a retail play that is planned. In the brand play, and this chart actually shows premium, which is 25,000 to 1 lakh. We have aspirational luxury, which is really 1 lakh to 10 lakh, but within that also there may be some differences in absolute luxury, which is greater than 10 lakh. We are present with our brands, Edge and Xylus, in the premium brand play. We are present in the retail play through Helios. In aspirational luxury, where the other brands, the big brands are already, you can see in the screen, our brand play is Nebula. And I will talk about a new retail play called Project Zeus that is coming up in the aspirational luxury and a bit of absolute luxury in the retail side. So these are our brands for the premium side. And these 3 brands are now, with the premium business vertical coming up, they have completely unleashed and are raring to go. Edge has been a Titan trademark for more than 20 years. It's completely now in a different growth path. Of course, the slim movement, but with the new age material of ceramic, it has become something else. It's a force to reckon with, and a lot of design and innovation. Nebula is our 18-karat gold range, and it speaks of Indian heritage, precious metal, which is gold and precious stones, and craftsmanship. And Xylus, which is our Swiss offering from the House of Titan, very bold in design, and of course stands for Swiss. So the 3 different brands are actually occupying 3 different mind spaces in the premium watch category. I will take you through 2 short videos, which will kind of showcase the essence of the brands Edge and followed by Nebula. That's Edge for you. And this is the Enter the World of Nebula. next I move on to Project Zeus. So multi-brand premium watch retail in India is there. It's been there for a long time, and we have big chains. What we were looking at is which are the growing but currently underserved segments, and we came up with these three. The first is called HEART, which stands for High Earning and Ready to Treat. Internationally, there is a segment called HENRY, which is HENRY, standing for High Earning and Not Rich Yet. And we just felt that's not a good place. We converted it to HEART, and HEART actually describes our customer very well. These are a lot of young people in this country who have a lot of money. They are in their 30s, 40s. They are new entrants. They are not people who are born to old wealth. They are creating their own wealth. They are well-traveled, well-read, and they are spending a lot of money in new categories like watches, like footwear, like alcohol. So there are a lot of things that these young people are expressing their personality with. And I'm very happy that watches, premium watches, is very much high up on that list. The second is women. Women are less than 10% of the premium watch market. They're not really welcomed, and we also don't have a very large representation of watches, products, as well as sales staff in the premium watch outlets. And the third is wedding. And we know as Titan Company how big wedding is as an opportunity, and to really cater to wedding customers who often come in groups, and their whole buying process is different. So we are using these levers to create the Zeus proposition. Zeus is a current working title. We will soon, when we launch the first store, come out with the name that we've chosen. But the idea in Zeus, it's going to be multi-brand. We will have a curated set of brands. Almost all are Swiss, from 2 lakhs to 20 lakhs. Very different customer experience, immersive, in-depth storytelling, large areas dedicated for customer engagement. It's designed by an international London-based agency. And I think the third pillar of warm, inclusive, insightful, and supportive customer experience, which is particularly critical for the heart consumer who may not be that informed about the world of premium watches. So this is really our plan. The first store is actually coming up in Mumbai in the next 3 or 4 months, and our plan is to launch 3 stores in this financial year. Finally, I come to smart. Of course, this is a completely different world, and this is where the industry landscape is. If you see the first row of figures, this is incredible growth. 11.6 million pieces in 21, moving to 30 million, around 30 in 22, and crossing 50 million pieces in 23. But that is the volume growth, but look at the value growth. So what has happened is that there have been a lot of players who've rushed in, and we have had this situation in the average consumer price trend line, which has crashed from 2,410 to 1,532 in a matter of 1 year. And this is really the situation. It's a volatile situation. There's a price war going on, a lot of undercutting, a lot of inventory built up in the system. I mentioned it in the last investor call too. Low differentiation among products of various brands, and a very high e-commerce dependence. This is the current situation. If I move to the next slide, I will take you through what is happening in competition. The first table is from data from IDC, which is International Data Corporation, which typically compiles data of all electronics categories. IDC is showing us, these are the top 5. This is from April 23 to March 24 for the entire financial year. As you can see that Titan at number 4 is the one brand that's growing and growing very healthily. And we've of course gained many market share points, but the point is that it is a critical an inflection point in this category. IDC is also predicting volumes not to grow. It is a place where there will be correction, and there will be a very big opportunity for Titan company when the dust settles. So what is our strategy? We are doing what we do best, and really those are the long-lasting pillars of success. Design and brand, we have the best in India. Technology edge, we are also building a lot more technology through partnerships. As you know, we had taken a small stake in a company called QZen, which is working with us on different algorithms, etc. Also with Philips and Polar, these are technology industry associations we have. And channels, which is other than the online, which is really where a lot of this is getting sold, to really leverage on ground channels, which we are in the unique position to have a lot of dominance on. Sorry. So these are in fast track, which is in the lower price points. These are some of our products which are coming up. As you can see, there is a shift towards a lot of more quote-unquote watch-looking products and a lot of fashion coming in. So this is really what is happening on fast track. For brand Titan, fast track is actually, all of that market share was mostly fast track that you saw. For brand Titan, which is at a mid-premium price point, we expect that after the correction in the market, there will be a lot more demand for mid-premium, high-quality, high-technology products, which is when the Titan game will really amp up. And for that, we have a whole host of things that are differentiating, whether it is premium materials, faster display, watch faces, technology partnerships, unique strap offerings, AMOLED screens. So all of this is going to come in and give a differentiated and premium offering to smartwatch consumers. So if I calculate, I talked about how the volumes have grown in 21, 22, and 23. Almost 100 million people, Indians, have bought smartwatches. Maybe a large percentage will come back and buy their second purchase. And the second time around, they're going to buy a high-quality product. So these are some of the Titan launches that are geared up. Heritage, Maestro, and Elixir. Elixir is for women. This is with a strong differentiation on the design. And on channel play, like I mentioned, marketplace e-com, where a lot of it continues, but actually IDC also reports that in the last quarter, the share of online on-ground has gone up. The share of online has actually gone down. So we are very pleased. We will continue the momentum with our marketplace e-com partners. We will double down on on-ground channels with execution excellence and conversions in retail, multi-brand outlets, and LFS. And mobile distribution, which is a whole new game for us. We just started it a few months back. We are gearing up for a significant scale-up so that people who enter mobile stores will also get access to our brands and products. So that's really on the whole strategy. This is where we are, this milestone in the journey. The ambition that we had talked about, which is 10,000 crores net UCP, which roughly translates to a 6,500 crore NSV, continues to inspire us. It is a very big North Star for thousands of people in the division. As you saw, growth levers of mainline analog, premium analog, and smart have been established. Now, as a division, we are focusing on margin delivery of 12 to 14%. That's the band that we are looking at. This will also come through advertising cost focus and variable overheads cost. We know that in order to get the kind of 19% growth that we did last year, we actually spent almost double that in advertising. Our brands are very strong and powerful. In fact, in the last 1.5 to 2 years, Titan brands' brand metrics have just risen. And it's really now time to leverage that powerful momentum of our brands. we will leverage all assets to the fullest. We've launched an internal program called Project Alchemy, which is to look at every last, asset we have and squeeze everything out of it. And overall, my entire team and our entire ecosystem of partners, distributors, watch dealers, vendor partners, CFAs, across the length and breadth. In fact, partners across countries also, we are all geared up to go and achieve this dream. Thank you very much.